What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the shop. Alex here with Elevation Off-Grid. We got another one. This truck is a 2024 Black Edition F-550. Some of the options included on this truck are the Banks Performance Air Intake, window tint, our onboard air 2 package, plumbing air to every wheel well. This truck also comes equipped with our underbody lighting package and paint protection film on all front surfaces. So you've seen the truck in its finished form here. Let's get to a bit of the build and the delivery. Before we get to the delivery of this truck, I want to let Marcus from Kingstar Campers talk to you guys about the KRUZR 8 camper that's going to be going on the back of this truck.
Hello, welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about the two models of Kingstars that we offer. There's a 6 Series and 8 Series, and then within that we offer the Camino Adventure or the KRUZR, which are Expedition Series. This is a KRUZR 8 with the champagne siding on it. We offer it in polar white and clover mist, which is a gray color. And recently we came out with the Luxe package, which is a brushed aluminum camper. It is an all stainless steel and aluminum roof. We use aluminum where it's low impact and low visibility. Where there's high impact and high visibility, we go with 20 and 22 gauge stainless steel. The panels are rolled over the edge, the side of the camper. There's not a seam there, so we're not relying on a molding or any kind of a sealant. It's actually folded right over the wall of the camper. Moving over here, this camper is, we introduced our all diesel build. There's no LP on this camper. It's diesel and electric. This is for the diesel oven. We can get a diesel oven. We use Truma Combi, their D version, which is their diesel version. It looks just like the LP, functions just like their LP version. Super quiet, super efficient. All of our campers come standard with thermal pane windows with the stainless steel roof system and 2-inch closed cell spray foam insulation, which is about an R13 value. This is all stainless steel trim right here. Everything we do in-house is from the fabric on the upholstery to all the TIG welding, bending, everything we do in-house. This camper has the upgraded water capacity. It comes standard with 35 gallons of 4-season water, and then you can add on 30 gallons of 3-season water. They're saddle tanks that would gravity drain into the main tank when the main tank is empty. This particular customer ordered the Black Series Elevation Off-Grid truck and with the Bowen's bed. Brent has this specific bed is built for this camper. He can do it on his flatbed or he can do it on his pickup truck camper bed, which is a little bit lower. On our jack leg brackets, we use Rayco jacks, but we make our own bracket. We actually have a shelf underneath, so the camper weight is actually supported by the steel shelf. It's not supported on the legs. The legs are basically taking no shear. There's actually no shear on the legs. It's all supported on the shelf, and that's front and back. Both of them have that. It's 3-sided versus just on the typical on a truck camper. It's just right on the corner, and the legs are taking all of the weight. They come standard with a little cowboy shower. They come standard with lighting on each side. If you opt for awnings, we offer awnings on driver, passenger, and the rear. This camper has it on the passenger side and the rear, and that would be the light that would be if you didn't have the awning. All of the awnings have LED strips in them, so you'd still have LED lighting here if you went with the awning. Speaking of the awnings, they have a wind sensor in them where they'll go in automatically if it gets too windy. It comes standard with the Halo rear view camera that you take the screen inside of the truck as you're going down the road. If you're towing a trailer, you're able to see how things are going. Nighttime, you can take that monitor, have it inside of the camper with you. If you hear noises out back, you can see, is it a police officer, a black bear, whatever. We manufacture a plethora of accessories. We have our own flatbed boxes. We have our own entry systems into the camper, stair systems. And we have our packs. This is called the Overland pack, and the Honda 2200 generator would get attached to this plate. A Camco grill, Rotopack gas cans. You can fillet a fish here and grill them right here on this table. This stair system right here, it's our pack away porch, so you can get a side entry. The Overland pack comes with this stair system, but it's straight in, straight out. This customer wanted to have a side entry deal, so this just folds up, it rotates, and flips up like this. Now you're heading down the road. You got ample ground clearance. You've got full access to your hitch right here. This customer has the torque lift. I forget what they call it. It's a super truss. That's what it is. This folds down, folds out. Gray tank. We offer a 3.5 season gray tank. The reason we go with that is our camper is not a KOA campground chaser. This camper has maximum interior height. It's 6'8" inside, 6'8", 6'9". On this truck, we're 11'4", 11'6", because we don't have a big basement. The basement is only 3.5 inches thick, and there's no rooftop AC unit. So in the industry, we are approximately 16 to 24 inches lower clearance, overall clearance, but maximum interior height. Therefore, the gray tank is outside. However, it has a quick diversion valve on it where when you're below freezing, you can divert the water from going into the tank to on the ground. So toothpaste water on the ground, then when you're back into above freezing, you can divert it back into the tank. And that again is the demographic we're going after, is the customers that want to get out there and stay out there. You do it with this camper. This particular build, this is where your LP tank would be, your 2 20-pounders. This now gets the 7 gallons of diesel fuel right there, and that tank slides out. It's on a rail system. Awnings here on the passenger side, driver's side. I mean the rear, and then this also has the side saddle tank where you'd fill it right here. This is their 15 gallons on each side. In the inside of the camper here, we offer 5 different floor plans, seating arrangements. This is our latest one. We came out with it about a year ago, and it's become very popular. It's called the Command Center. And it has morphed into it's for the digital nomads that take their work on the road. This console has its own 500-watt inverter, has plugs on both sides and in the front, USB and 110 outlets. But this particular customer, him and his wife, they did not buy this camper to work in. They want to get out and about and enjoy life. And what they like about it is the versatility, what I just did right here. They can have dinner facing each other like a dinette, but they don't want the dinette, the big old countertop, always in the way and closing off this section here. So now they get the versatility to look out this window, eat face to face. They can spin around. The refrigerator's right here. It's like a hybrid dinette setup. The other 4 layouts we offer is a lounger. It's a big couch here with a lot of storage underneath. It's our most popular layout. which has a table that slides out here and one on the wall. Then we have the typical dinette that you face each other, and then we have a couch bunk which sits like the lounger but goes into a double-decker sleeper, and it's great for grandparents or young parents with children. Moving on to, this is a north-south version, a build. There's a hanger closet right here behind the clock. You got all kinds of storage. You have storage up above, alongside of the bed, at the head of the bed, at the pillows, and in each one of these cubby holes is a USB port and a 110 outlet, and those 110 outlets are wired into the inverter. And we have several customers that require a CPAP. Yeah, thank you. So you can have a CPAP in each one of these. Thermal pane windows. We got nice custom valances for the window, pull down blackout shades on all the windows. Pretty much the same thing over here on the driver's side. You got reading lights, push reading lights up there. This is a marine grade skylight. It has a blackout shade and a screen, and you can set the panel like an infinite amount. It'll set wherever you want it. You can tighten the struts down. Beautiful for in the evenings, the right evenings with the right breeze. No rain. It's quite an experience. We offer entertainment package. This is a high-end Fusion marine grade as well. It's a surround sound system that's tied into a smart TV. You can have the over-the-air antenna. We're near Denver, 30 miles from Denver. We could grab in stations out of Denver with this TV. You can put the Amazon Prime stick in it, Netflix, all of that. It'll work off a Starlink, which we'll get into later. But to the AC unit, what we're talking about on the exterior video, this is an 8,000 BTU wall mount unit. We have no big penetration in the roof that you're going to hit your head on. You're going to take away from your clearance inside. It would be ugly. Then it adds about 12 to 16 inches of height to the camper with that on. Given that this camper is so well insulated, this here will cool this camper down in no time at all, and your energy draw is about 800 watts, and that is obviously hooked up to the inverter. This is a Vitra Frigo 12 volt only refrigerator. There's no LP or 110 on it. It's a single fuel refrigerator. There's 5.3 cubic feet. There's floor storage throughout. This camper, the customer's camper, has a protective covering on it, so we can't open these lids, but this is all about 6 inches of depth for boots, water jugs, cords, you name it. Those are all floor storage. All of our hardware is soft close hinges, marine grade stainless steel locking hardware. Battery box is right here. We now offer up to 1,380 amp hours of lithium, which is out of this world power. The camper comes standard now with 460 amp hours of lithium. Technically, we could install 1,200 watts of solar if you got rid of the skylight. We offer on our website up to 1,000 watts. They come standard with 400 watts of solar. We can do 400, add another 4, or add another 6. This customer went all out to 1,000 watts. This customer as well got us into the diesel build. No LP on this camper. This is a diesel Truma Combi. It is the same visually, and the operation of it is the same as their LP. If you get into the nuts and bolts of it, you can see that it's definitely a different unit. But the physical size, both of them fit right here. The LP and the diesel, this is where we put it. It's vented the same way. The ductwork is in the same locations, 4 locations. You have one, when you come out of the shower, you have one right down at your shins. You've got heat coming out from underneath this oven. You have a duct here, and you have a duct behind the TV that blows up into the sleeper bunk. We offer 2 diesel packages. Number 1 diesel is the Truma Combi. diesel with the Furion 2-burner induction cooktop, which is obviously electric. The number 2 diesel package, what this customer ordered, is the Truma Combi, the cooktop, and now he's got an oven. It's actually, you got your little light switch here, you can pan in there. It's quite big. And this is a marine grade as well. We use, wherever we can use marine components, we use them. They are by far and away a superior component than an RV component. In the wiring and the mechanical aspects of it, there's a lot more stringent technology that has to go into a marine application. This is the GX. We're big into Victron. Everything that we have on here electronically is Victron. The GX, the solar, the smart shunts, the multi-plus, both inverters, the 500 and the big 3000 multi-plus, Truma Combi. This is the Wallace controls here. Our lighting switches, we have nice, conveniently located right here, and they're very intuitive. So the left switch will be the left side of the camper, middle switch, middle lighting, right switch, right side. All of the awnings, the driver and passenger awning will be right here. The rear awning would be at the rear of the camper, which this one is. If you want to pan right over here, we are a firm believer that we look and design these campers through the prism of cubic inches, not square feet. That's a paper towel holder right there. You can fit, you have one in the slot and one stored above it. Just an example of how we use and take advantage of every little nook and cranny. Here is a pull-out trash can, silverware drawer, and we have a nice little spice cabinet right here. We're big into stainless steel. We love stainless steel. It's just a classic, timeless look, and the quality is, we don't have to talk about it. Everybody knows. Nice 15-inch closet here. We have a removable slide-out tray to give you easy access at all your wiring right here. This is where your rear awning would be. This little thing right here is one of the biggest little highlights of the camper. We just put a little ash strip right here, and this is for putting running shoes, your moccasins, your little slippers. It's just the perfect spot. A little broom right here to broom your camper out, but nice little detail. Again, stainless steel. This here is a what we call our dry bath. We add this rod on. It's an extra hanger rod that you can take off if you don't need the extra space, but it's there, and that just rotates around to the other side. You have a privacy door here with a full-length mirror on the other side. The ladies love that. And the toilet, this is a dry bath. This is a cartridge, a waterless toilet, Lavio, and then we also do the Trekker wrap-on. They come standard with the Thetford cassette toilet, which would sit here, but it's on a platform, a sliding platform that slides right out. Now, you step inside, your toilet's out of the shower stall, you pull your privacy wall across and your shower curtain, and it's a huge bath. All stainless steel appointments in here again. It just, you're really in the wilderness. You don't have anything quite as luxurious as this for taking a shower. It's like in a 5-star Hilton when you step into the shower stall. One thing I want to note is that you have access to the back of the toilet right here. This is where the cassette would come out on our standard version, the Thetford cassette. You would pull the cassette out right here, and this is where you would fill the water on the cassette toilet. Obviously this is a waterless cartridge toilet, but you have access to their panel right here to get at any components that you would need to. This has the battery on it. The customer wanted the battery setup, so all he does is plugs in the charger to recharge the lithium battery, and I think they say there's about 50 flushes on this thing. You plug it in and charge it up. Well, that's about it. We thank you for stopping by and watching the video.
so different without the camper on it. It really does.
It looks sweet without the camper.
No, it looks awesome though.
Yeah, yeah. Tailgate, the bed is in the camper under the bed.
Okay.
So that's where definitely. And that's really the only spot for it.
Yeah, so it won't be everything.
Yep. Sobbing seats are low now. This is awesome for doing something under the hood.
Yeah.
When we load your camper, we'll leave it in low.
Low.
Yep. So basically, we'll space the camper so it's about 1 inch above the top of the bed. And just back under, then we can just lift off the truck.
Hold on, this. Yeah.
Run through your boxes.
So what you know,
Okay. So hoppers, that's your removable right there.
Okay.
Then this plate goes, it kind of acts as the washer, if you will.
Just keep it going back up this way.
Yep. And it goes on to the track right there.
Oh, so it's not on the track.
So it actually becomes like a 100% flatbed. When you remove the boxes, you just pull the full off the track. Yep. They'll be a little tight, obviously. So for onboard air 2, you have 4 couplers.
Yeah.
Your rears are here. One here, you have one on the other side. And then you have 4 hose whips. 3 of them are about 3 foot long. Your 4th one's 20. Most of the time when you're inflating or deflating your tires, you're really only going to do 2 at a time.
Right.
You'll probably set your fronts at, they're probably set right now at a 60, 65.
Yeah.
You really don't have to mess with those. The exception would be if you're on a real twisty road and you feel like the steering is a little bit sloppy and you're driving fast, you can increase the pressure to get some of the sidewall flex out of that tire.
Yeah.
But in terms of just a pure pressure to weight rating, 65 is more than you'll need.
It's 65 all the time.
Yep.
Back will be the only one when we pull the camper out.
Exactly.
Go up.
Yep. Go down.
Go down and
Yep.
pull it out. Up,
Yep.
look pretty good.
Yep.
I love the placement of the camera. So I actually noticed that the other day when I was backing it off the pads for Marcus, and didn't really realize that was going to be right there. So that's nice.
It works
Cool
nice.
placement.
It works nice.
And it really, I mean, it's not just on the hitch, it shines.
It gives you a full view for sure. These are your rear Baja lights.
So reverse or
Nope, so that's aux switch 6.
Okay.
Yeah. That's, you need a tunnel light, you're somewhere super dark. Reverse is there.
Oh,
there.
gotcha. Okay.
They're very bright. They're very bright. That's just going to give you even more light.
Yeah.
The lens on these guys, these uppers are spots, so it's more direct beam. The lowers are diffused, so it's going to give you a wider field of view.
Set up.
Yep. Obviously, sliding long items in, a shovel, a long axe, any of that stuff that won't fit in the door can go in the rear. So these are the 3-foot whips.
Okay.
So
This is standard.
yeah, standard. Then to release it, you push the bezel here.
Yeah.
When you push it, you do want to hold the line because it'll blow out. So like that. You do want the truck running when you're using compressor. It pulls, I want to say 40 amps, so it'll kill the batteries quickly. It could be aux switch 4. You'll hear it run like that to build up pressure in the lines. So if you turn it on, you don't hear anything. It means that the lines already have pressure.
Okay.
They're pretty tight. They might lose 1 to 2 psi an hour, but they're pretty tight. So there will be some times you turn it on, you don't hear anything. So now you should be able to connect to there. Connect to PCM. Pressure control. Easy. Yep. And then on the fronts, we'll deflate one just so we can see it.
Okay.
The front couplers are here. Normally you wouldn't be doing this in low, so you have a lot more clearance.
Okay.
But basically, that's an awesome spot for it.
Off-road wise, loaded, what are you bringing it down to?
You can drop these down to 25 psi, which you can do manually in there. So you hook up if you're driving some sand or go do a little bit of wheeling or something like that. You drop it down to 25 psi, no problem. If you want to go play around and do some hardcore stuff in rocks, you totally can. 20, 25 PSI, not a problem. The sidewall on these guys are so thick, we have never been able to get one to debead, even at that low pressure. But what we have been able to do is get it to push the sidewall away from the wheel, and you hear that. You hear air coming out. So the situations I got it to do it, we were doing one testing on one of our 23s, or first 23, and like turning real hard into a rock to try to get to climb up that rock, and turn real hard left and just kind of back it off and then it stops.
Oh, wow. I just want to know if we do go off, is it better just to drop it even down to 40 with a camper on, just to make it smoother on a gravel road or something?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you could go 50, no problem. 40, no problem. But you get on the highway.
Oh yeah.
The thing, these tires die for two reasons. Number one is pressure. Number two is heat. Heat is a derivative of too low of pressure on highway. Low speeds, the load index doesn't necessarily apply because it's really the heat generation that really kills the tire. I say this all the time, and I guess someday I'll be able to stop saying it, but we've never had one of our clients on flat. It'll happen sometime, but it hadn't happened yet, on our Black Edition trucks. So these tires are awesome tires as long as you maintain correct tire pressure. And, most people who drive, say a single wheel style truck or whatever, most people don't have LiquidSpring. Most of them have LiquidSpring. We built it, and then we have this conversation with them. But they'll deflate the tire pressure to try to get a better ride out of the truck, which I don't blame them. But then you're on the highway, and then that heat gets built up, so then that's where you have blowouts. Right. But this sidewall is 1.1 inch thick.
Yeah, you told me that when I was out here that last time.
So shale, rock, all that stuff. We usually hit Moab on the way back from every time we go west, and we don't have spare. We don't have one on our truck at all. We don't take a jack. Well, actually we do for our trailer, but we don't. Never worry about it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's your power step fuse.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
If you ever open the door in the morning, step doesn't come down, pull that fuse, put it back in.
Runs both sides or just one?
Both sides. Both sides. It will probably never happen, but if it does, the truck got an update overnight, which they're connected to the cloud, and the CAN bus system needs to be reset.
Okay.
Yeah. Right there, that big fuse, that is your DC to DC charger, which you'll have to talk to Marcus and see how he wants that to be integrated into the camper itself. But we installed it on this truck for you, so you can charge that camper super fast.
So where does it?
So I'll show you.
So you're stubbed out back there. Got it. Okay.
So this is overkill for every single DC to DC on the market.
Okay.
We have one client who owned a company that built airplanes, stunt aircraft, and he's the one who's like, you should make it this big because of XXXXX. So ever since then, we've always overkilled it. So yeah, and you'll have an Anderson connector on the other side of
to go into the 7-pin of the camper, right?
It'll run alongside of it. So you have your 7-pin.
For that,
he'll go here
for the lights, and then have something else coming out for this.
Yes, yes. So you plug it in, connect this, you're good to go. This isn't the most convenient place for this, but there's not a lot of options.
Yeah.
So if you look right here, you have two 110s.
Oh, nice.
So this
what inverter is that coming off with?
So this is the stock Ford. So this is Ford Pro Power.
So what's the?
It's 2,000 watts.
Is it 2,000?
Yeah.
Here it is 400.
No, so stock, the standard is 400. When we order the trucks, we get the upgraded converter, so it's 2,000.
I didn't know that. That's nice.
So it's awesome. So if you're not in the truck's running, you want to just plug something in. There's a green button right here, up here at the top, right there.
Yep.
Truck's on. You plug something in, push this button, it'll turn on your Pro Power.
Okay.
You can also do it through the seat screen on the dash. If you have something plugged in, you want a cycle inverter on and off, you can do it that way too. Typically we install this on this side panel here. We just can't do that on this guy because he's removable.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That way, if I don't have the camper, I can still have 110 power.
Exactly.
Yep.
Base intake, these are sweet.
Yeah, I want to try this so I can put it on my other truck.
Truck sounds so good. So these are your two ARB fuses. This is for your air compressor.
Yep.
These are 240s. So it actually is two compressors. They go to one manifold.
Okay.
This is your LiquidSpring fuse. This is an 80 amp fuse. You probably never touch this, but if you were to ever get a low voltage warning on your driver interface, which I'll show you what that error code is, you also have a sheet in the glove box that shows, it's like a master list of all the fault codes. That's where this fuse is. Light bar, forward facing.
Forward facing.
Yep. Light bar just above it. 4 amps.
Sweet. Okay.
That's 3, and then 4 is your compressor.
Got it.
Then 5 will be your underbody lighting.
Okay.
So you can click him on. And that's another app that will download. Oh wow. Let's see. If you're in low and you go all the way to high, it'll lift the front first. That's crazy. Allow. 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 Then there, the red is very, very low reflectivity versus white, just as bright, but this is just incognito, just fun. Yep. All the way around.
That's crazy.
So, this is your desiccant filter.
Okay.
All this does is pull moisture out of the only uncompressed portion of the system, which is your primary fluid reservoir here.
Got it.
So this is where you're going to add fluid, which you won't need to unless you rip a line off, but this is what holds your uncompressed fluid. All he does, pull moisture out of this reservoir.
Okay. Is that something we get from you, something we get direct from?
We stock them. You can let us know. Talk to Brandy. She'll get you one. You can get it from LiquidSpring, whatever. So currently they're purple. When they turn pink like that, time to replace them.
Got it.
Timeline on that. We have learned that it's all contingent upon climate and where you drive your truck. We have one that's on a truck that has 79,000 miles. It's just starting to turn pink. Truck's been in Colorado its whole life. Wow. We have a client who's in Florida, and he always loads, he has like a 30-something foot boat. He loads it into the ocean on a beach, and I think he's bought 5 of them in a year. Wow. So
is that the humidity, the moisture, just
both?
Everything.
Yep. Your air compressor, he's mounted there. Sorry, you're all clean. Floor's pretty clean. All right. Yeah, air compressor's here.
Yeah.
All lines stainless braided. This is the fuel stuff.
Okay.
We go through and we double check it all, and we make sure it all looks good. We don't run it, but we did adjust it, so it's good. Yeah. Yeah, so you basically have, this is the manifold. Both compressors feed into, I was like, what the hell's touching the light? Both compressors feed into this manifold. You have your 90 coming off, goes here. This is your switchable relay, so this is what your app is controlling.
Got it.
Then coming off the app, you have this hose goes front, so this goes to your front 2 couplers, and then it tees up there, one to the left, one to right. This one coming off the back side, he goes to the rear, tees, one left, one right.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward.
Clean, very clean.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Very nice.
All of the wiring, it is.
Yeah, y'all are wrapping everything.
It's all loomed. Yeah, it's all tested, taped, and chafe protected, and then we try to use a lot of P-clamps to bolt it to the frame.
So these are the reservoirs right here?
These are the rears.
Okay.
Yep, so left rear, right rear.
Yep.
So this is the secondary fluid volume, so it goes from the strut, travels through the big dash 10 line into here. Then on the fronts, that's your left front.
Right here?
Yep, and on the right front.
Yep.
Yep. All of these looms are what we add. So as soon as it transitions down here, that's where it all gets wrapped. This is factory.
Okay.
That's us. As it comes through the top there, that's where it'll start to split off.
Okay.
Just try our best to follow like factory routing.
Yeah, looks good.
That's right front volume.
Okay.
Pop up. So that's the easiest way to do that if you're going a long distance. The more you run the winch, the easier it will become. I'm sure it will be no issue for you though. So he goes, there's the key, keyway. Make sure your fingers are clear of this guy. Then we cinch it up just so. That's about that much tension on if you want to feel it. Okay. This is ride comfort. So comfort, normal, sport. Got it. That is the ride stiffness. You're unloaded, maybe even if you're loaded, comfort, normal should be fine. If a crosswind kicks up, you're on a twisty road, something like that, you start to feel a little bit of body roll. You can bump it up to normal and or sport. Okay. That controls rate valve activity. So comfort, they will be less responsive. Normal, they will be a little bit more responsive. Sport, they will be the most responsive. So that means they will change spring rate faster. Yeah. Yes. Ride height, right now you're in normal. Down once, M low. That'll drop tail only.
Yeah, okay.
Now if we go from M low to M high, that will put the tail in high and leave the front in normal.
But I would think if truck's off, system's off, fluid's locked down, so there wouldn't be any sway. Is that right?
So the fluid can.
By the way, you don't feel yourself walking around in the camper.
Oh no, you can't really feel that in low. So what most people do in the process, they'll find their camping spot and they'll put it in low. That's going to set the truck just on the bump stops. If it's like a really windy night, you're getting blown around and you can feel it, it's almost on the bump stops. But if you can feel it, what you can do is you can push and hold this, and this will fully depressurize the system. So this is actually set. See it flashing? Okay. So you hold this for about 60 seconds. We'll just act like it's been 60 seconds, and then push that power button. You turn it off,
and you're on the bumps.
You're fully decompressed.
That's what I want.
You can shoot a rifle out of the bed in like 500 yards, and your reticle's not moving. So like that's badass.
That's what we want.
All right, keep coming. Keep coming. I'll call you later on, check in, and see how you're loving it. Okay. All right, bud. Thank you so much. My pleasure. My pleasure. Yep.
Nice to meet you, man. Good to see you.
All right, guys, thanks for checking out the video. For those who made it to the end, thanks for sticking through. This was a bit of a long one, but we always bring the heat with the trucks. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon for notifications every time we upload a new video. We will catch you on the next one.